But it's just a pleasure to share the dressing room. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know he's achieved what he's achieved, how he is in the dressing room. He's such a good man to have, and he's probably still working as hard as ever, as hard as he ever has. Always grinding away in the nets. Um, we make jokes that he says he's out of form when he's getting test hundreds, so it's probably a good place for him to be. But I think more importantly today, batting that whole day in that heat shows mentally how fit he is and also physically. I was only out there for a session or a bit under, and it was tough work in that heat. So, yeah, what he's gone to do today, yeah, I mean, hopefully many more days like it for him.
I wonder if you could tell us a bit about actually how he's physically shaping up in between sessions coming in because you can only see it on TV. You can't feel it for it, but you've got a bit of a closer view than we have. Just how much is that taken out of it?
I'm sure it has, and I'm sure it'll sleep well. Yeah, I mean, in between sessions, obviously we've got a great support staff, and fluids and getting food on board. I think is so important on a day like this. Yeah, but I think to be honest, I think he probably enjoyed more just sitting in an aircon room and just chilling out in between sessions.
And by the way, you back today, it seems like all's well. Obviously, the film was a bit of a scare last night. Can you let us know how you fixed it? Basically, you fine, good to go?
Yeah, well, I hope so. It was, yeah, I dislocated my thumb, which is obviously not ideal, but yeah, I went straight back in, and we haven't got a scan, but it seems like there's no clear break or anything. So I think it's one of those ones where it's going to be a bit sore for a couple of weeks, but yeah, hopefully it won't impact me playing.
Chris, please. Hi, Ben. Talk us through the moment when Joe, the doctor, said to him, sorry, much love for you. Was he aware that he broke into his record and was stage?
He 100% was aware, but I think he made it out that he didn't have any idea. Yeah, I didn't know that was how many runs he wanted. So I actually asked him, I think, and yeah, he told me. So he definitely knew. But that's one of those things where it's pretty cool being out there in the middle with him. One of the greats of the game, and certainly a great of English cricket. But as I say, it doesn't feel like that with Ruti. He's incredibly humble, and those things don't really bother him. He just wants to be there playing for England as long as he can, and every time he puts on an England shirt, he's there to try and score 100 for us.
You've got a lot of stick for that first championship you did. It was gradual. February forms instead of phenomenal. Just talk us through his forms since then and how it's been in the team. He seems to change slightly, yes.
I'm pretty sure it had nothing to do with that shot. Zero relevance to that shot. I remember at the time, and he was a hero in this country when he was doing it to Pat Cummins in the Ashes. So, Ruti's form, to be honest, I think you can probably look through his whole career. When you play that many games for England, batting at the top of the order, you're going to go through periods where you don't score as many. I think what Joe Root does is when he's in good form, he cashes in and he constantly, goes on and makes big scores. So, long may it continue.
Also, yeah, go ahead.
Do you think he could put that runs record out for each like Jimmy has been 700 test
Don't really think that's for me to answer. I think if Ruti stays fit and stays on the park and keeps playing for England, then there's no reason why he can't. He's an incredible player, and there's certainly no signs of his form dipping. So, just as a teammate, I'm sure he's not thinking that far ahead. It's just special to have him around, and it's special to witness kind of the form that he's in at the minute. Yeah, it did go back in straight away. I've done the exact same thumb the same way a couple of years ago. So yeah, when I looked at it, I kind of knew exactly what was wrong with it. But yeah, as I said, we got a great backroom staff. And thankfully there was no issue getting it back in.
Did you sort of always think you'd be able to at some point, or was it a case of waiting
was?
Yeah, thankfully we only lost 1 wicket last night. I think if we'd have lost 3 or 4, I might have had to have gone out last night. But yeah, we kind of made the decision of giving it as many hours as we can, ice it a couple of times, and see how it was in the morning. And yeah, the worry was it was going to stiffen up and be quite sore this morning. And thankfully, it didn't really change too much.
Based on how it is now, and how well last time, you're pretty confident you'll be able to play next week as well.
Yeah, I want to say 100%. Yeah, I mean, obviously today went well, and I'm hoping each day is going to get easier and less sore.
Last one, Stefan, please.
What's the plan? Basically, that's did they say anything to you guys on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too much because we haven't actually spoken as a team. I'll obviously find out after this, but on such a good pitch at the minute, I would imagine we'll probably try and bat for quite a lot of tomorrow. I think we've got to earn the right to do that and start well in the morning, try and limit the damage, and hopefully get ourselves in a position where kind of after lunch we can really push on and try and score as quick as we can. And hope that there's going to be 10 more chances. The pitch isn't doing loads, but you've seen a little bit of invariable bounce and a fraction more spin today. So, yeah, hopefully with a whole day on it tomorrow, day 5 might do a fraction more. Good question. We took 10 on it. Obviously, we're probably not going to have 150 overs, but hopefully the pitch won't be as good as it was day 1 and the start of day 2. So, look, as I say, we've obviously had an incredible day, but we've still got a lot of work to do in the morning, and earn the right to put ourselves in a position where, when a side gets 550, to even be talking about trying to maybe get 600, 700, we'd have been very happy with this morning. So, yeah, I think it depends on how quickly we score and how well we start in the morning. And then, we'll be doing absolutely everything to try and take 10 wickets.
Thank you. Cheers, Ben.
Cheers.